Today we're demonstrating the FD2214AV Avanti multifunction tool. It's a 4-in-1 tool, works with the following strips. This is T-Series, SD05008 white 22 gauge, ST07508 light blue. Then the next in the line would be the SD10008 18 gauge red. Next in line will be the SD15008, which is a 16 gauge black. Finally, the ST25008 14 gauge gray. Now, the last one, the 14 gauge, there are 10 strips of 30 pieces as opposed to all the rest, which are 10 strips of 50. These are slightly larger, so they fit better in smaller quantities inside of the Avanti cartridge. All right, so this thing is very nice, lightweight in the hand. Let's get into a demonstration, but before we do, the SW03408s do not work with this tool. Get those out of here. All right, demo time. First thing you'll notice when you pick up the tool is the cartridge that is mounted to the right handle. This is where you will insert the ferrule strip. Snaps right in place. It's very nice. The ferrules funnel inside the tool up into the crimping portion, which also separates the ferrule from the strip itself. You'll see that little slit. That is where the cutter comes in with the crimping action and separates the ferrule. You'll also, speaking of cutters, notice the top cutter for your wires. So that'll come together on the wire and snip off to length. Right here, you'll notice this is the center area where we have the wire stripper. There's a little stop plate at the bottom. That stop plate is where you'll butt the wire up against to give you the desired strip length. And then you'll notice at the very top back portion the twisting mechanism. You would take the stripped wire, leave it there, and it'll give it a little twist if need be. Let's take a moment to look at the cutter. As you see there, the two little cutting blades come together for a perfect cut. On the left-hand side, we have an adjustment knob. There's two positions, position 1, position 2. It basically drops the sort of peg down into the crimping area to lessen the gap for when you're doing the smaller gauge ferrule strips, like 22 and 20 gauge. And then you would turn it the other direction when you're doing the larger ones. It brings the peg back up to give you more space for the larger ferrules. And so we'll go ahead and remove the cartridge, which is an AV1CT. And we have these available for purchase separately, but the tool does come with one cartridge installed. So grab your ferrules. In this particular case, we're using 16 gauge red, part number SW15008. These are 50 pieces per strip. You move the cover on your cartridge and insert the ferrule strip thusly. As you see there, it goes in easily. And then you want to go ahead and put the cover back on, snap it back inside of the tool. Perfect. Okay. So with it in your hand, you can basically use your thumb to guide that ferrule strip up into the crimp chamber. Like I said earlier, there's a little slit there to sort of show you as a sort of visual aid to where the blade comes and separates the ferrule, the individual ferrule, from the strip itself. When you do squeeze the handle closed, it will crimp a ferrule and separate it simultaneously. As you see here, we're doing one, for example. There you go. So let's go ahead and grab a wire and do a little demo here. So as I said earlier, you want to go ahead and take your stranded wire and butt it up against that stop, like so, and then squeeze the handle closed, and it gives the perfect amount of strip, 8 millimeters or so. And then you want to guide the ferrule strips up into the crimp chamber, and then slip the wire in. And so, like I said, there is a twisting mechanism if need be, but the wire was in good shape, so we went ahead and just disregarded that and went straight into crimping. There you have it. Gives you a perfect crimp right down the center, very strong hold. It also obviously separates the individual ferrule from the strip itself, all in one motion. And then you can use the cutting blade on the side to cut the wire to length, either before or after the crimp, depending on your application. So it's a very fast job. We'll go ahead and we'll do one sort of rapid fire so you can see how quickly you can achieve the perfect crimp. So you want to go ahead and load the ferrule into the stripping mechanism. Wire, rather, not ferrule. And then you want to go ahead and load the ferrules this time around into the crimping area. Insert that stranded wire. Squeeze it closed. There you have it. Done. That was a matter of seconds. Very easy to do. This tool, the cartridge, and the strips, all different varieties of ferrules, available for purchase on our website, www.ferrulesdirect.com. Also, be sure to check out our other videos. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Come find us. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.